Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's talk Web3, but forget everything you think you know. You know, the trading charts, the crazy hype. Today, we're going to get real. We're talking about how you can actually build a sustainable income in this new world. Not by gambling, but by using skills you probably already have. So let's dive in.
All right, so let's just jump right in and tackle the biggest misunderstanding about Web3 from the get-go. I mean, when most people hear Web3, their minds immediately go to risky coin trading and wild market swings, right? But here's the thing, that's such a tiny, tiny piece of the puzzle. It's not the whole story, not by a long shot.
And this right here, this quote really gets to the heart of it. It captures the incredible promise of what Web3 is all about. Think about it. For maybe the first time ever, your talent, your actual skill is what matters, not where you live. You could be a developer in Lagos or a designer in Delhi, and you can earn the exact same as someone doing the same job in New York. You get paid in a global currency, and it's all based purely on what you can do. That's a huge deal.
So check out this breakdown. It really shows the massive shift in thinking we need. The myth is all about trading coins and chasing hype. Basically, it's a gambling arena. But the reality? It's about building real digital skills and creating actual value. We're talking about a move away from some kind of digital casino and into a global skills economy. And in that economy, your income is sustainable because it's built on what you know, not just on getting lucky.
And this is really the key takeaway, the most important thing to get. Your ability to learn new things, that is your single most valuable asset now. Seriously, it's not about trying to find some magic shortcut to get rich quick. It's about putting in the work to build real, solid skills for this new digital world. That is the foundation for how you're going to earn here.
Okay, so you might be wondering, how is all this even possible? What's making this huge shift happen? Well, it all comes down to a fundamental change in how the internet itself is built.
So what is Web3? In the simplest terms, it's the next version of the internet. And this time, it puts you back in charge. The power is shifting away from a handful of giant tech companies and back to the people who actually use and build it. It's an internet of empowerment where you own your stuff.
And the difference between the old internet, Web 2, and this new one is, well, it's night and day. In Web 2, the internet of Facebook and Google, the platforms owned all our data. They made money off our attention. But Web 3, this is the age of the individual. You log in with a digital wallet that you control. You actually own your digital stuff. And most importantly, you can earn directly for what you contribute. Now, the magic ingredient that makes this all work is something called decentralization. It sounds complex, but the idea is simple. No single person or company is in charge. Because of that, the whole system is way more transparent and secure. The rules are just written into the code for everyone to see, which creates this totally level playing field where anyone, anywhere can participate.
All right, so we've talked about what this new internet is and why it's such a big deal. Now let's get to the really exciting part. How do you actually earn in this new skills economy? What does it look like on a day-to-day basis? Let's break it down.
First things first, let's get one thing straight. You do not need to be a coder. So many of the most important jobs right now are completely non-technical. I mean, just think about it. Every single new project needs talented writers to explain what they do. They need community managers to keep their Discord and Telegram channels buzzing. They need project managers to keep everything on schedule. Your so-called soft skills, they're incredibly valuable here.
And for all you creatives out there, artists, musicians, writers, this is an absolute game changer. With things like NFTs, you can sell your art directly to anyone in the world. But here's the really cool part. You can program a royalty into your work, so you get a cut every single time it's sold again in the future. Just imagine selling a piece of digital art and then continuing to get paid for it forever. Your creativity finally becomes a real long-term asset.
So a really great way to dip your toes in the water is with what are called microtasks. These are basically small paid jobs that projects need help with. Things like testing out a new feature, giving some feedback on a website, or checking for broken links. It's a super simple, totally low-risk way to get started, begin to understand how everything works, and hey, earn your very first crypto, all without having to invest a single dollar of your own money.
Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing, right? But just like heading into any new territory, you really need a map. You can't just wander in blind. Its successful start in Web3 absolutely requires a smart, responsible plan so you can navigate it all safely.
And that leads us to probably the most important question of all. How do you get started safely? Because with all this opportunity, there are also some traps you can fall into. So it's absolutely crucial to know how to move through this space without getting burned.
So your long-term success here is really going to rest on these 4 pillars. First, security. It's everything. Second, financial discipline. You got to treat your crypto earnings just like you treat any other income. Third, your reputation. The good work you do becomes your digital resume, opening up new doors. And finally, a long-term mindset. You got to make decisions based on real knowledge, not just fear or hype.
And let's just talk about security for a second. We really need to stop thinking of it as some annoying chore. It's not. It is the absolute foundation of everything you build in this space. I'll say it again. In this world, protecting your private keys is protecting your digital wealth. It's that simple.
And here's the principle to always keep in mind. In a world that's changing this fast, the single best investment you can ever make is in your own knowledge. Seriously. Every new thing you learn, every concept you master, directly increases your ability to earn. In Web3, learning literally is earning.
So, we'll leave you with this. The opportunity is real, and it is more accessible than it has ever been. But getting started doesn't begin with investing your money. It begins with investing in yourself, with the simple decision to start learning. So the real question is, what skill are you going to build first?